Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox, and welcome back to another night with Oxygen Not Included. We're of course playing the Quality of Life Mark II upgrade that's actually in the beta branch right now. It's supposed to be coming out, I think, in the core part of the branch in like a week and a couple days, something like that. Should be not this Thursday, but probably the next Thursday it'll come out. Be part of the core game again. So of course there's a few things that have been different in this upgrade in terms of like getting stuff out of the printing pod in addition to just duplicates. Some general quality of life upgrades, some new panels and stuff that show you stats and that sort of thing, but mostly very similar to the Quality of Life Mark I upgrade. Not really a lot of change there, but welcome everyone who's here so far in the chat, or if you're watching this on the channel afterwards as well. It's the colony's been going along fairly well, but the issue that we're having is that temperatures have kind of been climbing. We've been focused on trying to build some like luxury accommodations for our duplicates to live in. So over here we have a whole suite of apartments that we've got all built up. The access point to them is maybe not as ideal as I would like. I kind of need to rework that a little bit. But the bigger issue is really just that things are really warm. The duplicates aren't really bothered by it so much. They can sleep in this temperature. It's 37 degrees. Just kick the blanket off, sleep in their underwear, sweat a lot, I guess. But we probably should get the temperature down and try to make things a little bit better. I also don't want the plants to die off on me and stuff in there. So we're going to try and work on some cooling and stuff today. See if we can manage temperatures a little bit better in a couple places in our colony. Through the core part here where we have our farm, things got a little warm too last time when I accidentally ran some piping through there with hot water. That was maybe a minor mistake on my part, but it kind of killed off the flow of incoming food. So we got to kind of recover that so our duplicates don't have any starvation issues. Still Snow with the super chat. Lunch, Oni, and CrypticFox. Best lunch ever. Thanks, Still Snow. Appreciate the super chat and the support as always. All right, so we have another opportunity to get something from the printing pod. So we're gonna go here and grab. I guess we'll get the Joya seed. I'm not really ready yet to bring in new duplicates. We have 25 so far. I want to make sure that we're in a position where we have a really good food supply and good living quarters and all that kind of stuff for them. So I'm not gonna bring any more duplicates in just yet until we have that sorted. But we will bring in more. This colony's not done. 25 is not enough. I think maybe we can get to 50. It might be a little crazy, but... so we're going to print off the Joya seeds. We'll bring those in. We do have a Drecklet egg here, too, that I probably should set the storage over here to handle. Critter eggs. We set this for Drecklet egg. They'll go pick that up and store it in there. Now, we're going to make sure we empty out that storage container before they have a chance to crack inside the container. That way they'll sit on the ground. And the eggs will actually hatch instead of... Man, that was quick. They got it already? Those guys are fast. New member. Welcome, Malibu. Thanks for clicking on that join button. Appreciate the support. Enjoy the little, the new colored name with the Welcome Team Green. You get the little logo next to your name. And then, of course, access to the custom emojis as well. So, thanks very much. Okay, so they put a couple eggs in there. So let's dump these out. All right. So we've got a couple eggs there that can hatch. Add to our Drecklet population. We only have a few plants for them to munch on, but it should be okay. I don't think we have that many Dreckos in there right now. I think some of them kind of died off, and we had a little bit of a plant issue. They didn't quite make it through the starvation period. Hey, Lily, welcome to the stream. You did make it. Congratulations. 50 dupes. That's crazy talk. No colony can handle that much pee. I don't know. We've got a good reservoir down here for pee. It's kind of a little empty right now. We need to do a little bit of pee improvements up there. Okay, so last time we were playing, I was working on setting up some additional plumbing and stuff in here. So this section over here we're going to try to use as a cooling mechanism. It's almost like a radiant air conditioning system for the duplicate colony on this side of things where everybody's kind of sleeping. If I can get the temperature down here, I want to knock out the insulated walls in here to kind of open things up a little bit. Maybe I won't necessarily knock them down, because that would make for some really weird access points to get into the rooms. But we can get rid of some of the insulation and try to allow for a little bit more heat and air sharing between the two sides, and that will kind of help kind of even out the temperatures and stuff. So up here we've got we have our thermal regulator. It tends to run really hot, so I'm setting up an alternate loop to take the water from up top to pipe it past here, because this water is only like 31 degrees, which is, granted, it's on the warm side. However, if it kept the room in here around 30 degrees, then this thing wouldn't tend to overheat so bad, which means I could run it more often. We have that set up on a gas loop that I'm going to try and fill with hydrogen, which is why I've got this secondary room being built up here. We're going to try and fill this up with hydrogen so we can run it in a cooling loop, and that way If it gets to here and it's not the right temperature, it'll take the regulator will be turned on, and the gas will pass through it. And if it is the right temperature, it's cool enough already, then it'll turn the regulator off, and the gas should take the alternate route. So we'll see what happens. I might actually need to relocate the one gas pipe. Instead of connecting to the first part of this, I might have to connect to the bottom part over here. And actually, I probably should think about doing that beforehand. Well, actually, they're going to have trouble. No, you know what? Never mind. They're going to have trouble reaching it. So I'll just leave it now. We'll see what happens. But I have a feeling I'm going to have to shift it to the end to avoid any gas confusion. What's this game? This game is Oxygen Not Included. It's a colony building game. You start off with 3 of these little guys inside of an asteroid. They're there for an unknown reason, and you basically have to build out a place for them to live. So you start expanding and researching things and digging through the ground and building more stuff until we get, a big colony like we have now. So this colony is it's growing fairly well in size. This is the current colony we have. We're on day 291 or 292, whatever it is. This is the main living area in here. Actually, it spans pretty much from here all the way over to here is our main living area. Down bottom, we're producing things like natural gas and plastics and what have you. That's coming from our well down here that's gathering oil, sort of pumping it up so we can get plastics. And I must have had a cycle there was crossing over. Got a little bit of lag. We also have, actually, way over here. It's getting a little laggy, actually. Colony's getting too big. Too much space. The more you uncover, the laggier it gets. And that's one of the things they're trying to improve with the quality of life upgrades, is to improve the performance of the game, too. So this is a nice freshwater geyser we have over here, too. Just producing some water. It's 64 degrees, though. It's kind of on the warm side. That's sort of what I overheated our garden with. Hey, Cryptic, how you been? How's Gazi been? Gazi's good. He's got his own house and stuff now. He's been back to doing some more streaming. He wasn't streaming for a while. Kind of had a lot going on, but now he's back at streaming again, which is cool. Body temperature. 35 degrees. These need 35 to 85. I let things get too cool in here. Stifled my whole farm. I should probably do something about that. The trouble is the water that's coming in is only 33 degrees. So that's kind of changing the temperatures around here a little bit. It's like 38 on this side of things. 37. It's funny. Some of the gas is actually, it's a perfectly fine temperature. Oh, these are now stifling because of fertilization. All right, we have a couple problems going on here. Phosphorite is the fertilizer of choice for these plants. So we're gonna grab some of these. And I'm on debug mode. Hold the phone. Drat. I went into debug mode in a test colony so I could get a picture for the thumbnail. And the trouble is, if you don't leave the game, it stays in debug mode. That sucks. Looks cool. By the way, I love the Astroneer gameplay. Thanks, Lily. Yeah, Astroneer is a good game. I really enjoy that game. I started playing that when it originally came out, and now they're after a couple of years, they're at the point where they're finally getting the 1.0 release. Yeah, mistakes. That's right. Waiting for Anno 1800. I kind of want to try that too. Yeah, looks pretty good. Hacks. Yeah. Well, see, if I go into when I go to load my colonies, I have a couple of colonies in here that we've built over time. I don't think I've ever actually deleted any. So these are like all the way back to the first colonies. You'll see some of them here are called like test and stuff, where I do like experimentation. So I had my QLL test upgrade. I was in there today getting cancel this. Getting the thumbnail image. But if you don't quit the game and restart it, then it stays in debug mode. Got off the high seas, finally bought the game today. It's on sale on Steam. Oh, nice. Hooray for Steam sales. Hey, Fox, idea for background. Why not do fan art done by your fans? Best one gets shown for a week. Oh, that'd be a good idea. I like that. Sounds like a fantastic idea. I myself am not good at fan art. I'm always struggling for thumbnails and stuff. So, yeah, that'd be a really cool idea, actually. All right, so whatever I told them to do, they haven't done any of it now. Oh, yeah, the phosphorite. That's what I want them to get. So up here, we'll get them to dig the phosphorite out the proper way here. There, that's better. No more debugs. Might as well dig up some plants here while we're at it. Get more phosphorite. Fantastic. Hey, Polani, how you doing? Can cycling cold gas in pipes somehow cool liquid in pipes beside them? Is this possible? It is, yeah. Liquids, though, they have a better heat capacity than gas does most of the time, so it would take a lot. I mean, if they were just passing in the same general direction, you're not likely to get much cooling. You'd have to have a specific plan to have them pass as much cooled pipes as possible. But yeah, you can't exchange heat that way. You're retracting the hearts. Oh no. Create a Discord channel for it. Yeah, I'm sure one of the mods could do that actually. There might even be like a fan creations thing there already. Okay, let's actually increase the priority on this a little bit. Oh, never mind. It's already priority 8. Man. I feel like they've been taking forever on this. Maybe that has something to do with my exosuits. Let's set these all up for delivered suits, because I think we had an issue before with the exosuit bay down bottom. And I might have some suits sitting down there. When we loaded into the Mark II upgrade on the beta branch, some of the doors and stuff weren't working the way they were supposed to. Doors that had no access for duplicates to pass through, they were still going through. And I think we left a bunch of suits at the bottom docking bay thing. Bitcoin will let you for it. Sometimes we have too many Discord channels. Everybody just hangs out in the lounge. Yeah, so there's at least one suit here. No, there's at least 2 suits there. Try to get them to actually show on the screen there. Yeah, there's 2 Atmo suits sitting on the ground right there that need to be picked up. So hopefully they'll grab those. I should actually set a higher priority up here. We'll set these for priority 9. So at least if I tell them to deliver a suit, they'll get on top of it. One left, they'll come through. Okay, it's fully stocked again, so that should mean that we'll get a better number of workers up here. Lounge is the coolest Discord channel. Well, that's where everyone hangs out to talk, right? Just trying to help you do your Fox in mods. No, that's cool. That's a good idea. I like that. As soon as I get more money, I'll donate to you and become a member. But right now, I can't. But next week, oh, don't worry about it, Captain Beast. I appreciate the support. I will never ask anyone for super chats or memberships or any of that kind of stuff. I appreciate it very much, but I don't have an expectation around people doing that. All right. This is gonna take forever. They haven't finished the pipe up here either. Maybe I should get them to do that first. We can start the cooling and then... Oh, no, never mind. It's got the same priority. All right. I have an issue with this game sometimes when I'm building things and I have ideas for what I want them to work on, that I tend to put, like, high priority on a bunch of stuff, and then they never get done what I want them to get done because they're doing everything at a high priority. So we're going to try and hold off. let them play a little catch-up with the work I've already given them. Ah, late to the ball. What did I miss? Not a ton, Evie. We started late. I started about 10:15 my time, so only about 15 minutes ago. Use your compact O2 rooms in my colony. Works very well. Thanks, Daniel. Yeah, I started using them myself, and sometimes I make them a little bit bigger. So, like, down bottom here, I made a larger version of the same thing. I passed by it. This is, like, the larger version to produce a higher amount of oxygen. So we actually have 3 oxygen pumps moving with 2 electrolyzers, but it runs on the same principle. And then, of course, you need, like, a double hydrogen generator and what have you, but... 3 a.m. in the UK. Yeah, Khalid. It's unfortunately I tend to stream a little bit late my time because I have work during the day and then family stuff in the evening, so it's always late when I start. Why are they only delivering and not building the new colony room? It might have been the duplicates that were actually doing the task. Some of them will have a higher priority for things like delivery jobs. CrypticFox therapy. I needed this. Yeah, I haven't streamed a lot lately. Actually, I missed a couple streams last week. I'm going to be changing up my stream schedule a bit. I normally... Oh, you know what? Hold the phone quickly. I just need to double check on our coal situation, because I think we had an issue before where the power shut off on me. Oh, there we go. Well, we got enough power for now, but we definitely need more coal. So I'm going to be probably reducing the number of nights that I'm streaming. I've been streaming between 5 and 7 nights a week. But what I've been running into is there's a lot of games that I want to play that I'm not necessarily streaming, so I never have time to get to those. And then on top of that, I've also missed some streams too because I'm not getting enough sleep. So I'm going to probably cut back on the number of nights I'm streaming. I haven't figured out exactly what my schedule is going to look like just yet. But I'll let you know as soon as I know. It's helping your severe depression. Sundays are best. Oh, Sundays. Sundays. So if you haven't been around on Sunday, I have been playing games on Twitch on Sunday night. We've been playing a little bit of Resident Evil 2, which is definitely not family-friendly in any way. Not something I normally play. And I don't normally play horror games, so frankly, I think it scared my pants off a few times. So we'll just call that novel. I don't know about great. Durgan, I know some games you could play, like maybe an Alien game that similarly scares my pants off, or... Okay, we have a big pocket of phosphate up here. I should actually dig up into this, too. Again, I'm not going to set any priorities on this stuff, because... Oops. Derpy ladder. Because I've already given them too many things to do, and they're probably going to take forever getting to this anyway. It's too valuable a resource to leave behind. We need it. I get some stuff growing down here. So now the issue here is still fertilization. They haven't delivered because I have too many things that are high priority. They're not doing these right now. Oh la la. Or Graveyard Keeper. Yeah, Graveyard Keeper is a great game. It's one of those games though where I find when I step away from it for a little while, I have trouble getting back into the game. So I've started the game, a new game like twice in that. Haven't carried them on. Just got here. Is this Panda optional CF stream tonight? I missed something. I don't know about Pant optional. Usually plants are always required, but great way to make a solar plant in a room without doors. Put solar collector thingies between 2 critter lures and then ranch station nearby. Yeah, as long as you have shine bugs. I have not had many shine bugs. I was kind of hoping they might have messed up on the power generation, and you could create an unrealistic infinite loop where you set up a light source and have it shine on the solar panel to power the light source, and create like a excess power production. But they didn't set it up that way. Every now and then you get games they don't really think of that. Players come in and break stuff. Needless to say, it didn't work for perfectly logical reasons, of course. Okay, I actually need, before this all gets fired up, because this is connected to power now. Actually, it's probably okay if they send through the CO2. The CO2 will just fall all the way down. It's going to get caught by the scrubber at the bottom, so it's fine if that happens. It's going to be a little warm initially. Oh, wait a minute. No, the CO2 is going to go into the pump cycle. Let's turn this off. Disable this for a minute. And I think I'm going to put a switch out here, too. Something that I don't need them to do for me. Oh, wait. No, use an Atmos sensor. With the Atmos sensor, I can control this thing, and I don't have to have the duplicants come along and take care of it for me. No, actually, what am I putting out there? That's dumb. It doesn't need to be on the wire. I can put it anywhere in here. Just stick it up here, I guess. Automation wire. There we go. Did I dig up 2 geysers? Oh, we've got a few around. There's actually some that I haven't... Oh, you mean the 2 that we found specifically up in the cold biome? No, they are still up here. There's this one here. We have a second one here. I probably should tell them to dig into it. We'll see what's here. Hold on the phone. I don't want to go in too far to it because I don't know what it is. If it's something really hot, that would be bad because that would just obliterate... obliterate our frost wheat production over here. I'm growing the frost wheat wild rather than farming it, so I gotta be a little bit careful of that. Alright, so we'll tap into those. We'll find out what they are. Consistent omelets? Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, if you can get Shine Bug Farm going, they produce a lot of eggs. They're great for omelets. Trouble is I didn't snag enough shine bugs early on. And actually, you know, I haven't even made the lure. I probably should. Not that I have any idea where I would put it at this point. Oh, this is ready again. Ooh. All right. I didn't realize it would ever have a choice of fewer than 3 duplicates. That's interesting. Okay, so we get 2,000 kilograms of gold amalgam or 500 kilograms of algae. The gold amalgam is probably going to be more useful because I'm using lots of metals and stuff, so I think I'm going to print that. Give me that gold. Molten copper. Hey, Joe, how you doing? That's why they're doing alpha. Let's players break stuff and they can fix it. It is still an alpha. I wish Bethesda would learn this. Yeah, well, the difference between Bethesda and various other large companies and what Clay does is that what I've noticed is each time they put out an update, they release it, it's already in a good functional state. They find a few bugs along the way, they fix those, and they tune and tweak things. And by the time they put it in the released version, it's really good. They have a really good, consistent quality to their product, which is pretty incredible, actually, in the current day and age. Companies just don't seem to be doing a very good job of it anymore. Okay, why is this top row? Oh, I know why. This top one's extra hot because I don't have the cooling. I don't have the cooling gases going by it, so I got to deal with the temperatures in the core of the colony too eventually. Do I like the printing pod change? Yeah, I think I do actually, because what I would end up doing before was I would just turn off the printing pod after a certain point. It would just sit there. So now I guess I could leave it on and I can get other things out of it, which is kind of neat. Be nice if it gets some shine bugs out of it. 1 or 2 it can become thousands with ranching. Yeah, but I don't have a good place to pull them to. I also don't know how far the lures reach. I've only played around with them maybe once. I mean, theoretically, I could put a little thing over here and make a shine bug ranch in this spot. I guess it's going unused. I would just have to have a way to lure them all the way over there. If I put a lure here and a lure here and then a lure in this spot, I might be able to accomplish it. Something for another day. Right now we're focusing on some cooling stuff. And they're making it hotter with the showers. Good job, guys. Okay, I think they got everything built here that I need. Everything but that. Oh, they're doing it right now. Nice. Splendid. Okay, so that's all set up. So this will be the quote-unquote cooling loop. It's not really going to be a very good coolant, but... Oh, you know what? No, that's a gas pipe thermosensor. Okay, I was just thinking, like, this may never actually get to the right temperature, but if it's sensing the temperature of the contents inside the pipe, it should be okay. Okay, I have that set for 0. Once this is set up, we can turn that on. We'll get some hydrogen in the system. We'll try firing up the thermal regulator and see how that does. Wow, look at the pinch peppers have become nice. Like a green wave. Yeah, well, they've got, as long as the temperatures get okay in here, they've all got fertilizer now. They should be in better shape. Okay, so this loop down here is doing what I want it to. That's already moderating the temperature in this space, so that's good. Let's turn this puppy on. Wait a minute, why is this not doing anything? It's got a water supply. Does it have power? It has power. Oh, there's oxygen here. I guess it did do something. Okay, if the pressure is, I don't know, below, whatever. No, how about if I enable the building? Forgot I disabled it. Oh, and I actually need this to build up a cushion of well, say if it's above 6,200. It's definitely not there now. This is already stifling, though. I'm not going to end up with the ideal cooling situation here. 2,100 on that side. It's only 700 and something on this side. Let's break a little hole in the wall. Create a little opening. We'll let it try to flush out the CO2, and then I can reseal that, and we'll hopefully just have oxygen and hydrogen in there. If the pressure's below infinity and beyond. Lures go very far. Okay. I have a habit of using kind of this same kind of farming stuff all the time. So I often have hatch ranches and Dreco farms and stuff. I don't often use shine bugs. Mostly because I never seem to get around to dealing with them early enough. I should try to grab them sooner. Oh, we're getting chlorine in here. Not that that matters. It'll cool just fine. See the Toy Story 4 trailer? I think I did see the one. Just make them live in their suits and warm sweaters. I have them all running around in the snazzy suits right now. Or at least, I think all of them have snazzy suits. It's got to be pretty close anyway. All right, let's turn this on. If pressure's above, say, 1,000, turn the pump on. I think we've cleared out most of the CO2 in here now. Pressure's still on the high side, though. Alright, so it's above 750. I want that to run. We're going to wind up with more oxygen in here than hydrogen, I think. Getting that electrolyzer started is trying to hand start a car in winter. Yeah, well, it's sitting in a pocket of high concentration gas already. It's not really ideal. Kicks YouTube where it hurts for not notifying other fake YouTubers on Cryptic. Hey, Jinx. I set up the stream really late today, in all fairness. Like, basically just before I started. Okay, these are pockets of only 100 grams. So we've got a little while to get the gas. What a weird collection of gas we're going to have in here. It's moving in a really strange pattern, too. Yeah, I do actually need to move that to the lower one. Oh, okay, hold on. Deconstruct that. They're not going to be able to reach it in here. Deconstruct this. Okay, just show me all carbon dioxide. That's exactly what I wanted. Airflow tile, deconstruct that. And we're gonna set up an insulated pipe into here. I don't know that. Well, they should be able to reach it from below, which will be okay. As long as I break this, they should be able to get the tile in the middle. So I think it'll be okay. Gas sensor always seems to be in a bad place after you've rerouted the pipes. Potentially. I mean. So what I'm doing basically is the temperature. It's checking the temperature right here of the contents of this gas pipe. If the contents are cold, it's going to turn off the regulator, and that will cause the gas to back up at this point, and then it'll take the alternate route off this entry point down to the bottom of the pipe bridge and continue. And then as it comes back around again, if it's warm enough, it will turn the regulator on, and it'll go through the regulator and come out the other way. It's just, this is actually kind of an experiment for me. I haven't really done too much with this type of a cooling system. Normally I just cool the oxygen before I feed it into the colony, and that kind of manages my temperatures fine. But I want to play around with some more different air conditioning setups. Oh no, I'm not a QL2 yet. Okay. This is super slow. Come on, Mighty McCheese. Just dropping off all the materials. I just got nobody building it. The funny thing is, I'm pretty sure we have a fair number of architects. Sure, I think we could get somebody building in there. How do I set up a cooling circuit? Well, that's what I'm playing around with right now, actually. So normally what I do is, I was saying, I tend to cool the oxygen before I feed it into my colony. So down here, I'm producing oxygen that the colony's breathing. It's going through the set of pipes through this room here where it's getting cooled by the wheezeworts, and then when it comes out on the other side, it's a nice cool temperature. So, wait a minute. Those pipes are empty. Uh-oh. Alright, well, oxygen pressure is good, at least. Oh, man. Where was I feeding the... Okay, so this one here... We're tapping water out of this spot. It's going down, cooling this area, going up, getting cleaned. Some of it's bypassing and going to the farms. The other portion's coming out the clean end and being fed over to here, which is not running. Oh my gosh. All right, we need to produce some oxygen. What's going on here? I thought we adjusted this so this wouldn't happen. Still a plumber? Oh, you might be, actually. I haven't changed jobs too much because a lot of the duplicates have kind of mastered their positions. The more we bump them up, the higher their morale requirements are. Always with the water issues. Alright, we'll get that running. This will produce oxygen again. So anyway, this is the smaller oxygen producing room. Produces the oxygen, runs it through the room with the Weezeworts. It comes out cool on the other side, and I pump that into the colony. I'm trying some other stuff to cool out an area where I can't pump oxygen into it because the gas pressure is already too high. I'm gonna leave that treadmill there for now. I have a feeling it was when we ran out of power here. It let that drain out enough that it couldn't keep itself maintained. Ridiculous. All right. I mean, I could send water down from above to here, but this is... we have so many water sources in this particular colony, but they're just so far away. So I have, like, up here there's a steam geyser somewhere. Where is it? Yeah, here we go. Cool steam vent. This is producing water. We have this one that's a polluted water vent that's been producing all this polluted water that we've been using. Way down in the bottom left here, we have a water geyser that is going to be idle for the next 34 cycles. That is bad timing. Oh, boy. All right, I'm going to need to reroute water. Oxygen's probably the primary thing here. Let's go ahead and create an offshoot of this. It's going to drain the upper water portion a little bit quicker than I'd like, though, which isn't great. Throw a liquid bridge down here. This is where things get messy. Too many pipes. Welcome to Spaghetti Piping 101. This pipe I can actually deconstruct, and that will create space for me. And then I can continue to send the insulated pipe down here. Tap it in right there. Good lord. Spaghetti pipes. Yeah, they're all over the place. It started out with originally having a relatively neat arrangement, and then I started to work. I find that as I solve problems, I tend to make more and more complicated systems. All right, let's get rid of some of the excess pipes that are in here too, so we don't leave these just hanging around. Oh, that was for that. Okay. I was trying to remember why I even had these pipes in here. It was because we had a system set up here to produce some hydrogen for our Drecos to make sure they were regrowing their scales. Okay, I should get that going. Oh, man. Hello, Laggy, my old friend. Did you ever find out what those guys from the last Oni stream were? No, I have them set up to be dug out, so depending on whether duplicates have gone up there or not. Oh no, that's a volcano. Yeah. Thankfully, it's nice and cold up here. But that's a volcano. Don't want to mess with that. This one here they haven't gotten to just yet. So when they get to that one, we'll find out. I guess I should... Can I analyze this, actually? I don't know if it's sticking out enough for them to analyze, but we'll find out. I think I might be too encased in the rock yet. Aw, look at the little Dreklet. Isn't he cute? Did you describe him as bug-eyed? That's not very nice. Liquid hot magma. That's right. Anyone obsessed with Hamilton? You mean like the performance of Hamilton, the Broadway show? I haven't seen it. Up here we have our liquid hot magma. I mean, it's a good thing I maintain high concentrations of oxygen through my colony most of the time, so that when something breaks, I get a little bit of fix-it time before everything hits the fan. Zip it. The Austin Powers references about. Oh, who's suffocating and why? Wait, I'm confused. Oh, there we go. Just didn't aim at him there. What's going on here? Body temperature. Uh-oh. 5 to 35, and things are sitting 36-ish. That's a little on the warm side. Why the hot temps right here? This pipe is empty, and it's 41 degrees. Oh, I see. I'm sending hot pipes through here right next to the garden, which is really not ideal, even though this is insulated. Alright. As long as the mushrooms still continue for now. Curious how much algae you have, just in case it takes an extra long time for you to get... Oh. I have a fair amount, I think. I haven't been using it for a lot. I have 8.7 tons of algae. So we've got a little bit. Worst case scenario, we could turn this on, but one of these is not going to... Well, even 2 of these is not going to be enough to feed 25 duplicants worth of oxygen. If we sacrifice the dupe to the volcano, water will flow again, and the dupes will have oxygen. But who to sacrifice to the volcano? Who indeed? It's gotta be Joe. Poor Joe. He gets all the worst jobs. Oh, yeah. Oh, they finished building that. Okay, good. Why is this all sitting idle, though? Alright, I think I broke something. I think I broke something. There's no gas movement here at all. Let's try deconstructing this, see if it starts to flow. Nope. Nothing doing. Temperature sensor. If it is below 0 degrees, turn off. Where's our automation? It's currently turned off. Well, how was that a thing? There we go. If it's above 0 degrees, it'll turn on now. That's weird. It's not flowing at all, though. I think the redirect to the bottom of this bridge is not working so well. What's going on here? Pipe blocked. Output pipe is blocked. I mean, it shouldn't be. Everything seems okay. Need a bridge in line to make a loop. I have a bridge in the line. I also have these. I think the issue might have something to do with that little bypass I made. No. Input, output. I mean, the gases aren't max pressure in here, so this shouldn't be an issue, but something's not working right. Not sure you can completely fill the loop or there'll be no place for the output to go. Yeah, that's kind of how it is. I think it's because there's a mix of gases they aren't able to combine. And so I've got a stagnant position. This is less than ideal. Okay, now that I just created an opening, if we reseal that, it should start to flow again, hopefully, because it'll have a place for the gases to move to, so this one can move to there. I really think it's the mix of gases, because it's actually combined these okay. They're up to a kilogram per tile. Then you have these like little segments in between that are stopping everything up. I should have just cleared this room of gas altogether. And then done it properly with hydrogen. There, now it's moving again. I think it's tapping up the power, though. You know what? Forget this. Just deconstruct this thing. I think, honestly, at the cooling rate that this takes, it may never actually get it to the point where it's really frigid anyway. I'm just going to try running it constantly and see what happens. Read instructions. Wrong foot stuck in pipe. Can always filter it. I could, yeah. I probably should have, actually. The way this thing has to check each time, even though... No, now's the... Oh, wait, I have the automation wire there. Hold on. Automation overlay. Deconstruct this. The way it's having to check every single time is just making for a really crummy gas flow. Hey, Costume. Hang around waiting for Astroneer. No Astroneer at the moment. We're playing Oxygen Not Included instead. Different types of astronauts. They're so happy to take a shower. It's still running intermittently. Temperature coming out here is 19 degrees. On the way back in, it's like 34 degrees. Actually, this is going to cool pretty quickly. Unfortunately, it's only going to cool like half. All right, I'm going to let that go for a while. I have a feeling that's going to cool relatively quickly now. We'll see. How will I know when to turn it off when it's too cold, or just checking room temp periodically? I'm going to check the room temps periodically for now. I wanted to set it like a convenient bypass loop system, but I think I need to experiment a little bit with that in a debug game where I can build things and break things kind of instantly and test a few things out and see if I can get something that works the way I really want it to. In the meantime, I'll let that run, and then worst case scenario, I can like turn it off. 5 degrees in Sacramento right now. Is that hot or cold for Sacramento? You can set up an element center and shut off valve to turn off the cold gas. Well, I had it except for the gas pipe temperature sensor, but I think it's contributing to the slow movement of the gases. So we'll see what happens. Okay, core colony. We have temperature problems in here too. Things are very warm, particularly since we're not moving any oxygen. Oh boy. Okay, that's going now. So we have oxygen going there into 2 places, so that's okay. What's going on with our water flow here? Oh, I missed a little segment of pipe. That would explain why nothing's moving here. Man, what a spiderwebby mess. The loop wasn't entirely full. I took a segment, like a broken dick. I did break a segment out of it, but because when it was completely full, it just wasn't moving at all. So, yeah, the mixed gas thing is kind of a hot mess with it. I need to drain it out. Maybe just fill it with hydrogen. First things first, let's get some oxygen. I probably want the duplicates to breathe. I figure that's probably a priority at the moment. Alright, they have oxygen, now they need power, so we'll enable this. Or, I mean, they have water, rather. They need power. Are you using the 3 freeze plants to the left? If not, you could reuse them somewhere else. Which ones? Are you talking about the ones that are up here? These are cooling the oxygen that's coming out of this system. Hair's looking a little thin. It's getting there, yep. There's a few places that are really well oxygenated. Conveniently, the living quarters that nobody's living in. It's doing pretty well. You gotta keep those luxury apartments highly oxygenated. Otherwise, your property values go down. You don't want that. Oh, that was great. He ran on it for all of about a second. Come on, buddy. I gotta break the wire here again. I really need to just put a shut off in here. Let me see. Power. Power shut off. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, too slow. Alright. Build the power shut off anyway. Lower left, cut off the air pumps. I'm not sure which lower left you're talking about. Oh, over here. I was using it actually. So the oxygen that comes through this secondary line, it's going over there, cycling through here to be cooled down, and then going out. So it is getting used. There's a double cooling thing happening here because I have two of the pumps that are creating 1 kilogram packets of oxygen when they're actually fully loaded. That are getting cooled through here, and then I have another 500 grams per tile going through the second line that gets cooled. I just need to get this to get to the critical mass on power, and then it'll like take off and run on its own again. I think we almost got there. I think we're probably good. This power shut off. Automation wire connected. Aw, am I gonna actually like automate that thing? Oh, I do. Alright, that's not what I wanted. I need something else there. Spaghetti pipes, just add water, that's right. Oh, cycle 300. How about that? I mean, we weren't that many cycles. We weren't that many cycles off when we started tonight, so I guess it's not surprising. But I'm gonna throw an ammo sensor. No. All right, leave the whole thing powered. Forget it. Too much headache. I wanted the switch, not the shut off. Well, what I wanted was, yeah, the switch would have worked just fine. But the power shut off is good. Yeah, here we go. That's what I want. Stick that on there. I was trying to get something I didn't have to have the duplicates come and turn off for me, but the switch will work. We have 25 of them, I guess. They can run around and do a little manual labor. Okay, oxygen levels. I'm looking a little dire, but it's okay. We have incoming flow of oxygen now. You can see it coming out here, which is feeding cool air in, which should help counteract some of that cold, some of the heat that we were building up in here. So that'll offset that again. Good lord. What's the temperature over here? I mean, it's gradually coming down. Actually, it's like 23. Oh, that's the pipes at 23 degrees. By the time it gets down here, we've got insulated gas pipe, 26 degrees, 30 degrees. $33 gets back up to 34, so it comes out. It's going to be around 32 to 33 degrees when it goes in. Comes out this end around 20, and then it picks up the same amount of temperature to get back. It's never going to get cooler than what it is. I need more like a higher concentration of gas in there that's better at absorbing heat. Put in a dummy detector that you can fudge the number for the lower suits. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. But this is fine. I'm just gonna use the switch for now. What's going on here? Oh, they must have got some of the wrong gas. All right, this is going like crazy again. So we got a good flow of oxygen coming in. Spend more time like putting up fires in this game. God forbid they ever add actual real fires. Then I'm in trouble. Split the cooling loop into smaller loops. Well, again, I think the issue is more so with the gases that are in here. So I'm not using, like, thermally optimal gases for this job. You know, I was trying to, like, just do this quickly, but I think I really should. 760. I think I really should try to do this properly. I'm going to vent the gas that's in here. We're going to reload it with hydrogen this time. Up in here, we'll put in a sensor. We'll do this the sensible way. Alright, sorry, not a sensor, but a gas filter. Man, I can't even get it right. Okay, hold on. I gotta deconstruct the pipes that are in here. Can you pump some cooler water through the area and then dump the water into the O2 production? Yes, except all my water right now is pretty warm. It's coming from hot sources, so I'd have to cool it first. But yeah, I've done that too. So originally, there was a liquid loop we had going through the kitchen area, wherever that is. Oh, I had a liquid loop in here that was acting as coolant for the kitchen area. But over time, I switched that around to feed the farm we have built in the middle here. And I'm doing something similar here with the incoming oxygen pipes. So the pipes that are going through here, I have a couple spots that have radiant piping on them, and then the pipe that's running through here is allowing for some gas, like heat exchange also. So that's where we're getting kind of the cooling through the middle. I probably could swap out a couple of the segments in here actually for radiant pipes and make it even better. Not that I can see it all right here right now. What do we have at the gate? Nutrient bars. A nourishing nutrient paste sandwiched between thin wafer layers. It looks like a cookie. Cookie. 4,000 kilocalories. We'll take that. You should pump O2 into base. I am pumping O2 into base. I'm not sure I understand. Hey, Cryptic, any interest in Anthem? I am kind of interested in it. Whether I can actually carve out the time to play it or not is another matter. I just got access to the Division 2 closed beta this weekend, too. I think it's actually, like, people that had, like, pre-orders and stuff in are getting to play it. So I'm kind of toying around with trying that this weekend, because I've been looking forward to that game also. I'm not sure if I'm going to get a chance to play Anthem or not. I know Kazi wants to play Anthem, so I don't know. I might. We'll see how it goes. I generally steer away from pre-ordering games when I haven't had a chance to see or experience them, and I haven't tried anything out with Anthem yet. There's kind of a lot of hoopla going on around it, so I don't know. We'll see. Need a Joe to open the other guys here. We have actually the second one up here now. Oh, what's this one? Okay, I want that. We have a natural gas geyser here. Natural gas geysers are good things. Which are going to create a lot more of other useful things. Okay, so I guess I could... I think I'll set my power production down here. I'll pipe the gas in. I'm going to need a reservoir. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe if I build it over top of this, I can have the polluted water from the gas production just fall into the polluted water down here, and we'll kind of keep it all pooled together. That might make more sense. So we'll throw a mesh tile in here. Wait a minute. Go like this. Cancel all this. I'm going to set a double natural geyser setup here. Or natural gas, rather. Natural gas generator. Ooh. Alright. I have some hydrogen in the way, but that won't really matter. Now, should I tell them to make those out of gold? Probably didn't. Let's fix that. Okay, we'll get these dug out. Okay, and then over here, we're going to take the space that's next to this geyser. And I actually do want to build this all up if I can. Deconstruct that. We'll put a gas pump in here. I'm gonna send this all the way down. Oh my lord, this is gonna go a long way. It's kind of a long way to send the gas, but in the long run, no pun intended, I think it'll be better. Okay, I can't put that on the ladder, so we're gonna cancel this. It's nice to finally find a natural gas geyser. We've been looking for one forever. 266 grams. This will fill up with... Actually, I only need to send off gases to this, so it's not going to be very much. It's just going to be like a little bit of gas that we need to sort of ventilate the space. And then this one's going to have the CO2 in it that we're going to have to send somewhere. I guess we could send that here too, for the time being. I'll actually use a high pressure. There we go. Okay, the second pipe, we're gonna send down here. Put a high pressure vent there. 1,600 grams. Yeah. Sweet. Got a bit more of a view since NDA. Had a prologue. Oh, yeah. Waiting for Anno 1800 desperately. The beta seems beautiful. Yeah, I've seen a couple people toying around with the beta a little bit for Anno 1800. I haven't played that game before. I know it's part of a series. So I'll have to see. Is the gas pump out of gold? That's probably a very good question. I may have forgotten to change the materials. Nope. Copper. Rat. Thank you for the reminder. Make that out of gold. We've got a lot of water in here. That's weird. Oh, actually, the incoming pipe flow through here. Let's build a floor over here. Deconstruct these. And we're going to put a gas reservoir so we can kind of store up a little bit in between uses. We got enough here for 2. About to find out. Okay, and then I'm gonna reroute our incoming gas flow, and we'll send it into here, into there, and then this one can go out. Perfect-ish. The tricky part is going to be sending all this back on the power line, because I have just a regular thin line here right now. I'm going to want to connect heavy watt wire all the way along the trunk. So we're going to have to set that up. Some more gold in here. Don't do that. Okay, and then I'm going to use a wire ridge with just a regular wire to go all the way up to the other pump. Because we haven't run enough wire yet today. We need to run a whole lot more. Ta-da! No mess at all. That's not a sealed area. You just put a high pressure valve in, is it? Doesn't that mean the CO2 will flood your base? It is a sealed area, actually. So this area here will build up pressure down here and down here. So I'm already sending out of the coal generators like a fair amount of carbon dioxide. But I have this water seal right here that will block it. And then on this side of things, it's all sealed over here. So it's separated. Well, it'll be. I probably should do something over here. Put a door in here to make sure it stays sealed. Eventually, I have to do something with the CO2. I can put like a scrubber or something down here. But for now, it's not really going to be an issue. Oh, I also need I need a smart battery on this line too. Power. We'll throw a smart battery on here. That I should probably tell it to make out of the right material, because again, IR brains. Oh. I guess my options are relatively limited. I ran out of gold. That's a problem. How'd I run out of gold? I felt like I had so much of it. There's a good pocket of gold I could strip. Joe with the super chat, $9.99. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you for the support. And I can't find any gold. I know I have gold here somewhere. Oh yeah, there's a little bit in this area. There's like no big pockets of it though. Okay. Let's go get some gold. Dig this out. This might cause problems, but put a ladder here just in case. Then we can get all this gold. Fool's gold. That's a dumb battery? Did I put a dumb battery there? I thought I put a smart battery there. Oh, I didn't do any battery. Oh, there we go. Oh, it was a dumb battery I was looking at. See, I told you. Super smart. I'm all the brains. If you can't do something wrong, it's not worth doing. That's my motto. This I want to be set for natural gas. Have I done much with the logic gates? Only a little bit. I don't tend to toy around too much with the logic gates. I play with them a little bit, but usually for fairly limited circumstances. You have gold in your old reservoir next to your base under your duplex condo. Oh, do I? Oh boy, yeah. No, there's no gold down here. What are you talking about? That's a good chunk of it too, actually. Give me the gold. Gold. We want all the gold. I can't reach that, apparently. Unreachable build. This water that's sitting right here is actually too much of a problem. Where is that? It's like just a little skim of water, and it's not reachable. Filter needs to be before the tank, so the pipe will block. The tanks can only store one thing. It's actually not that much of a big deal. The reason I didn't care where I put it was because it's only there long enough. Where is it? It's only there long enough to vent out the gases that are in the area around the geyser. So in here, there's going to be some CO2 that's going to get sucked up. That's going to pass through the storage things. It will go all the way out to the filter and then get kicked out. So it should be fine. If I was going to have to worry about like a constant incoming flow of gases, then yeah, I should reposition it. But this is just to like initially vent out the problem gases that'll be in this area. You know what? I should probably actually... deconstruct this and put a ladder in here instead. I'm trying to make this area maybe a little bit bigger to let the gas build up in here. We'll dig out this whole bottom area. And put a tile here. Try to let more of the area fill up with gas. Will the tanks store different types of input gas or just clog the pipes? They'll store any kind of gas that goes into them. It's because it's in 2 layers of water. Yeah, I know. It's just funny that the water was standing that way. Okay, they can reach it now. I drew a little bit of the water out just by breaking down the tiles. That's funny. Where's that water even going? I don't even know. Just in the reservoir. It can't go anywhere. It's all blocked off. A convoluted water system I built this time around. Basically, mix gas in there so the geyser glitches and never gets the overpressure debuff. Yeah, I guess I could see that. I'm not really super worried about that though, because if it's overpressurizing, it means I'm not drawing the gas off. Like a shine bug way up here. Shine on, little shine bug. Shine on. Alright. Let's up the priority on this stuff to a 6. Trying to get all this built. Solve some of our power hiccups. Do my bidding, little minions. Cooling loop cooling? No, I actually set up the cooling loop to vent out all the gases. Bam, it's empty. Okay. So now, in here I wanted to put a filter. I'm gonna throw a gas filter in here. So we'll pump whatever captures in. And this one will go out to that input. This one will go out to here. Throw... Actually, what's the gas pressure out here? 1,000. Better put a high pressure vent just in case. This will need to be connected to power. I'm going to set this for hydrogen. So that only the hydrogen will go down in here. We'll just fill this with hydrogen alone. Change colony name to Squiggly Piping, yeah. Well, it is the Hamlet colony, a space Hamlet. That's full of pigs, too. I figure it's relatively appropriate. Or Pipe Dream. Yeah, Pipe Dream would be a good one. Now he has a hole in it. That's okay, I plugged it. It's fine. There's almost no hydrogen in here anyway. It's gonna take a while to fill this up. That sounded like somebody peeing. It's not a good sound. Okay, we can get vitamin chews or nutrient bars. I'm gonna take the nutrient bars because vitamin chews are pretty much useless. See, we plugged the hole. It's fine. It's just a little holy. It's still good. It's still good. Here we go with the prioritization again. I want them to prioritize everything. Do it all at once. At least do this part. Deconstruct this. Do you think they'll do a whole medical upgrade? I kind of doubt it. Was it the long commute warning? Yeah, that's something new with the Quality of Life Mark II thing, where it tells you they're running really long distances. So for the duplicates I have going way up into the cold biome up top, it's a really long run. Why dig that dump? Dig away the wall before building the pipe. There wasn't a dig job assigned on that block. Oh, if it's a normal natural tile, like it was just normal rock, and I ran the pipe through it. So as soon as they build something, it automatically breaks it away. Maybe an ambulance will be added. It'd be neat, actually, if a duplicate, like, put a hat on with a little flashing siren on it. A little ambulance light on top of their hat, and they were running around helping duplicates. I'd get a kick out of that. Feel like the ambulance dupe. Waiting for the cooling system to be ready. Oh, it's going to be a while, Claver. This is all experimentation. I haven't set one up like this before. Normally I do this kind of experimenting if I'm just in debug, because I can build it, change it, rebuild it. I was like, well, we have a live colony. Let's just fire it up and go. Two of them with a stretcher would be good too, yeah. Especially if the duplicates like made a siren noise as they ran, like wee. They've got so long to go up there. I can't even, it's gonna take them forever. Paramedic has a job, yeah. I mean, they have caregiver as a feature, right? So like, they can be good with caregiving and not. So I think it'd be neat to have a duplicate with a paramedic job. That'd be cool. Kind of they'd be spending a lot of like useless time, but then hanging out in the break room most of the time. I don't know, the minute so when you have a cargo bay on a rocket, sometimes it will bring back stethoscopes. Oh, those are, yeah, so there are relics that you can come back now that get placed on the pedestals. And so it's a decorative item. It's not just stethoscope, so you can get like stethoscope, an old saxophone, an old X-ray, a little stone monolith. There's a robot arm. There's a whole bunch of stuff that can come back, and you put them on the pedestal, and it just has acts as a decor item. Is there a way to level up a dupe's care ability? I don't think so. Because I don't think it's tied to a specific, like a specific attribute. Everything that's upgradable in terms of like the skills is usually tied to some kind of an attribute, like strength or endurance or whatever. There we go. Okay, set this for hydrogen. This is still not connected. There's one little section of pipe. Come on, this has been too long already trying to get this thing going. Care's kindness. Yeah, well, when you look in there, like, in the priorities, not life support, it's care. So treat sick and injured dupes, affected errands, treat patient. Typically, we'll first choose what type of errand to perform based on the errand, blah, 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 blah. So this is the one they use for taking care of other duplicates, but it's not tied to, like, a specific thing. Like, when you get to like carrying stuff around, then strength is a benefit, and you know what have you. Intelligence is good for learning, like increasing skills and different things, but they don't really have something specifically for care. Use the gas valves and sensors as gas filter saves a tons of power. Yeah, I'm not super worried about it. I'm wasteful. I don't want to. I don't want to go through all the trouble of trying to cram all that's like into like a little space. Does gas filter need to be plugged in? Yeah, this is plugged in. See, takes 120 watts. So the one thing you're talking about is in here. Your gas shutoff valve. That takes 10 watts of power. But in order to like. In order to set that up, you'd have to like have a whole bunch of stuff built in here. I can't be bothered for the sake of like the little bit of power it's gonna save me. If things overpressure, they send everything the wrong way. Don't know if this is a bug or intended. Well, it's sort of. I think it depends on what you're talking about. Do you mean by like the gas valve and sensor thing? Priorities on the gas pipe. Yeah, I think I only have a priority. Oh, it's priorities 5. You know what? Priority 9. Build this one pipe. Just the one. Trying to get this thing running. Sometime before the colony shuts down. Ooh, I should actually. Okay, oxygen's back to a good level. Water flow still looking good. Water level in here is critical. Ooh, boy, we're going through a lot of water now. Oh man, I tapped that down quick. We need more water. priority 10. The one that sets off the alerts. The double exclamation point or whatever. Alright, what do we got going on here now? Little bits of hydrogen are going to move through the system. It's going to take a while. Going through at 21 degrees. It's coming back at... That's so small amount. It's the more gas builds up, the better it will be at handling the temperatures. It's coming back at like 20. It's gonna get cold fast. Time to drink out the liquid screwdriver. Well, we're not even drinking the liquid. We're actually just using it to produce air. And I'm doing it all over the place right now. I have... we have three different farms consuming water, plus 3 different oxygen production areas. Like this one here, I don't even need the oxygen, I just want the hydrogen. Totally burning through water to make hydrogen. That dropped super fast. It was way up here, but we've got a lot going on now. You figure that one pipe, it's feeding two different farm setups, and then it's going through the filter, and this one filter is feeding 2 different oxygen setups plus a farm setup. Like it's it's bad. Their dupe just fired. They might have. There are flatulent dupes. I don't know if I have any in the colony, but I think I made a point of avoiding the flatulent ones this time. Top temperature here. 7 degrees. Oh, it's getting too cold. This is what I was worried about, actually. Let's deconstruct this. Crazy. It's gonna cool things, but it might get too cold. You just want to know hydrogen when I pump the oxygen into the colony. Well, at the time it was sort of all kinds of mixed gases. But even if I send it over the colony, it's not really gonna go anywhere. Our colony's pretty good in terms of oxygen level. I mean, I can't send a whole lot more over here. Thermal Regulator is getting a little on the warm side, even with the stuff cycling around it. This may not cool it enough, as much as I was hoping. Yeah, the space around it is staying a nice consistent like 32, 33 degrees, but this is hitting the 50s. I'll have to keep an eye on that. We're slowly building up packets here. This packet's at minus 6.2 degrees. All right, that's great. This infinite cooling loop's gonna be a problem. Yeah, the temperature's dropping though. We gotta cool down. It's gonna turn into a deep freeze. All the duplicants living in there are gonna have parkas. We can set up an ice hotel with like one of those fancy ice bars. It is 11:34 p.m. here, Nicholas. I'm in Eastern time zone. How will sending off your dupes when this colony? Plague sounds fun. I don't think you can introduce a plague. That would be interesting, though. It's kind of the one reason I am not bringing a pufflet in. It's gonna fart all over the place. Reject all. Why not have more radiant pipes in the bedroom? Well, because I wanted it to cool, but I didn't want it to deep freeze everything. So I put one little segment of radiant pipe in each of the rooms. I could put some more on the way up, actually. Kind of double the cooling that we're getting off it. 7:35 a.m. there. Oh, yes. You can set a temp tester and shut off valve to stop the hydrogen flow when the rooms get the right temperature. Well, the trick is we don't actually want to stop the hydrogen flow altogether. because ice cold hydrogen sitting in there will just continue to cool the area. But I more want to like control the temperature that it gets down to by bypassing the thermal regulator, and that's why I had this set up originally to do that. However, it's causing some hiccups, so I bypassed it just to get a quick cooling loop going. Use the Octane, but never the air version. It's super easy to just cool. Air 14 degrees. That's like 2 Weezwarts. Yeah, it produces a fair amount of heat itself. Like this thing gets pretty hot. It's already up to 90 degrees now. It's gonna wind up breaking. So it gets pretty warm when it's running consistently. If you don't have it in a cool space, it really overheats. But it does cool pretty quickly. It's like 13 or 14 degrees every time a segment of gas goes through it. It's like a nice fixed temperature change, which is actually really handy. Just eat it. No, there's no way to grow extra Weezwarts right now. The only way to get more of them is to get them from another planet. Unless they can come through the new the new options in the printing and the duplicate printing pod. Even with that cold pipe, it's actually not cooling down that fast in here. Alright, I think I'll let that go for a while. Things are going to get really frigid over there, I think, but that's okay. It'll warm back up. Use the water cleaner to delete heat. Well, that's good for water, but not so much for gases. Move on Weezwart over to the cooling system, protect the equipment. Yeah, I gotta see what my temperatures are. The gas is coming out of here. So this is coming out at 14 degrees. If I take a Weezwart out of there, it's gonna come out probably closer to 20 something. That gas is going up and just separating into these. It's coming up here at 15. Yeah, I probably could spare a Weezwart out of here. Nobody has access, but they kind of ignore the access in this update anyway, unless they patched it. Where do I want that? I don't know if it's going to make a ton of difference, but I guess we could put something here. One little Weezwart against the heat that's going to come off of this really isn't that big of a deal. Can't hurt, though. Will hydrogen go into the pipe if the input is cooked up to the thermoregulator output point? Good question. I'm not sure. And actually, I have enough in here now. So let's, shut that down. We have plenty of hydrogen in the loop now. Okay. Let her go. Yeah, it's going to take an overheat damage. Thermal pipe around the thermal thingamajiggy. I have thermal piping around it. This is all thermal pipe here. Now the water that's in here is like 30, 40 degrees though. Ooh, it was. Oh no. Okay, so we have a double whammy. The water that I was using to cool that area has been down. This is down for 24 cycles. Oh boy. This is down for another 22 cycles. Uh-oh. Suddenly we have water problems. We've been burning water in crazy amounts, pretty much, I don't know, for 100, 200 cycles, something like that. It's starting to catch up with us now. I need this water. Eruption, 400 seconds every 815 seconds. I haven't seen it erupting, but the gas pressure in here is maxed out, so that might be stopping it. Killing me, man. You're killing me. Alright, drippy ladder. We got a whole truck, no straight ladders in this colony. Okay, I'm going to put a liquid pump down on here to get yet another source of water. This is going to have to be insulated so it doesn't freeze on the way through. Good times. Poor duplicants. I mean, on the plus side, like I've said before, I've pumped a lot of oxygen into this space, so it's fairly well pressurized. However, when this stops producing oxygen, things are going to go down quick. The one at the bottom has already run out of air. It's finished its last bit of water. Good times. Can't wait for 2020 to begin. You'll be shifting to Vancouver. Okay. This game, man, it's just one crisis after another, like watching a news channel, I guess, yeah. We really are using a lot of water right now. I mean, with 3 farms and all the oxygen that's needed to keep up with 25 duplicates, it really burns through a lot. Like, this is getting little bits of water in here, but I don't think this is even connected to anything right now. Actually. Okay, we can, as a very short-term solution, I can connect the piping here. That'll get us a little bit of water. Because this tank's actually full. Well, no, it's not full. It's like half full. So we have a little bit of water there. It's not going to last for very long, but hopefully it'll bridge us to the point where we can get that pump set up top. When this colony dies shortly, I've got to see you can use that. Oh, a seed that you can use overloaded with water, making it. Oh. Yeah, this colony's not going to die. Are you kidding me? We've tread finer lines than this before. There really is a lot of sources of water on this. They just all happen to have hit an idle period at the same time, which is really not ideal. Open that polluted water pocket. Which one? This? Oh, this one here? Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll tap into this one. Tap into that. It'll give us a little bit. Dig this out too. Little bit of water. That'll drain down bottom into here. Actually, someone's going to get caught on here. We're going to wind up with a little bit trapped like right here. I'm going to have to dig this out. I forgot about this one. We've had a little bit of cooling from this generator, too. Or, like, a little bit of water produced from this generator. See, I still have lots of water. If I really need to, like, if it becomes, like, real desperate dire straits, we have tons of algae. We can turn these things on. But we're not going to do that for a while. Can you tell us what type of geysers are in that frozen biome? I'm curious. We have 2 of them right now. So up in this biome up top here, I have... this one here is a natural gas geyser, so we're going to set up that for natural power. This one's a volcano, unfortunately, which I can't really use where it is right now. This one here is a cool steam vent, so that produces water. We have a polluted water vent here that produces water, but it actually was producing tons of it, but we really tapped into it. We've used a lot up. And then down in the way at the bottom left here, I have another... This one here is a water geyser that produces clean water. It just so happens a couple of them are on idle right now. Look how warm things get when I don't have cool air flowing through here. Everything stifles. I'll put all this all priority 8 so we get some water solution in here. And then down here, they've already finished this, so we have clean water going in again, producing oxygen. So No dead colonies here. Oh, this switch needs to be turned off. I've treaded fire and lines on this story of my life, yeah. This game is really, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I find that like over time as the colony gets bigger, maybe in part because I tend to take so many duplicants, it's really kind of like jumping from one panic to another. Or one problem to another anyway. It's starting to cool down in here now. It's now 30 degrees around here. It's going to positively affect the whole area, actually. Okay, you know what? Our duplicates have waited patiently. They've been sleeping in these crummy beds. Let's move them into the new apartments. There are 10 beds here, and there are 10 beds here, so I guess we can start deconstructing these. Now, you know what? Let's do this the easy way. Let's just deconstruct everything. Get it all out of here. Planters and everything. So they'll naturally select new beds over here. If they don't, we'll have to assign them, I guess. That's what you love about this game, the constant job of putting out fires. Yeah, there's a few things I like about this game. I mean, one, that there's so many different solutions for each problem you might have. There's no like one right way to do it. Some colony management games I've noticed, like, you get to a min-max type of scenario where people are like, no, you gotta do it this way to squeeze the most out of something. Whereas with Oxygen Not Included, you know, whatever way works best for you is good enough, kind of thing. There's lots of solutions for it that way. And then also just the characters in this are just so animated. I love those. Can't go wrong with the duplicants in this game. Real deep learning curve. Yeah, I mean, you kind of learn like the basics of managing it all, and then over time you learn how to do more complex things, I think. But that sort of comes with your colony size. I mean, I remember my first colony, I think, lasted like 10 cycles or something, because I had no clue what I was doing. So by the time you've done a whole pile of colonies, you kind of get the handle on it all. And I still learn stuff constantly, because the more you experiment to try different things, the more you learn. Like your bathroom solution for the apartments, granted, yeah. Normally I wouldn't do this many, but I was trying to make like luxury accommodations for our duplicants. There's a little bit of mess on the floor, but oh man, the bathroom decor sucks. But otherwise, the rooms are doing okay. Even they're not that fantastic. Like plus 50 decor, plus 79. That's not that great. Oh well, it's stylish anyway. Style over substance, as they say. Do I ever worry about running out of algae or coal? Oh yeah, I run out of coal. Oh, speaking of running out of coal. How about that? I ran out of power because there's no coal. Algae I'm not worried about. We have more than we need right now. We have like 8 tons of it. And I'm not really using it to any great degree right now. Coal, on the other hand, is something that is near and dear to my heart. I have lots of it around the colony. I just haven't dug it up. I can't even reach that stuff. Forget it. Let's not worry about coal we have to dig for. Let's get the stuff we can grab easy. There's actually some really big pockets of coal around here I should try to tap into. Like down here, for example. Throw a little ladder in here. Just one fire to put out another. It really is, I'm telling you. But again, I'm running a colony with 25 duplicates. They use a lot of everything. So I fix the water problem, I gotta fix the power problem. I fix the power problem, I gotta fix the food problem. I fix the food problem, I gotta fix the water problem again. It just goes around and around. You have 19 tons of coal available, this isn't getting delivered. Oh, and that could be it too. What's the priority on this thing? Oh, this is priority 5, no wonder. What are these priority? These are priority 7. This is priority. This has to be set at a lower priority than these, so we'll set these for 8. Oh. It's trapped right now. All right. Disable building. So the issue is the coal is trapped outside the range of where people can put it into storage. Need more statues in the Ritz, yeah. Oh, you're right. I didn't finish the statues there, did I? Oh my gosh, yeah, there's all, like, half of them don't have the statues in them. Oh my god. We've let them move into substandard living quarters. This just is not, this is not gonna fly. I don't have enough. Did I even make that out of the right metal? Tungsten. No, I didn't. I forgot we hadn't finished the statues in there. That's right, Kalen. Whenever I remember, I'll put them in there. Put a rush in the natural gas instead of digging for coal. Well, because, I mean, they still have to go up there and get that stuff all set up. So I've turned off the exosuits, and the only concern is that they're going to get into places that are going to start to singe them. Yeah, it's all running again. Good lord. I mean, on the plus side, the oxygen keeps going as long as it has water, because it's got its own power source. It's just everything else, man. If I don't pause the game when I'm scrolling now, I'm getting a lot of lag. So it's just annoying to hear the pause and unpause button all the time. It's time to choose who survives. They all survive. All 25 of them. We've had them for a couple hundred cycles now. I think they can manage. Tungsten statue, fancy. Hook it up to electricity and the statue glows like a light bulb. Yeah, we can turn on the existence again, you're right. Mind you, they're not getting singed right now. So maybe I won't hurry, because, well, stress is rising, but... They're actually getting a lot of work done at the moment. Are you still a farmer? Probably. I haven't changed jobs around in a while. Too many duplicates. It's kind of a hassle to shuffle the jobs constantly. No, the lag. Stream lag, or are you talking about the game lag? Damage overheated? It's probably that, yeah. A little radiant system down here. It's doing a good job of cooling, though. Temperatures are falling here. It's going to take a while, but it's getting the job done. In its destructive way. Nothing's getting polluted water right now. So none of our farms are growing. Yeah. It's not good all around right now for food. Surprised everyone's still alive then. Oh, yeah. Well, we had one duplicate die relatively early on. I wish I would tell you the cycle the duplicates die. We had Carter Clark die early on. It'd be great if this actually recorded the cycle they died, so you can actually see. Oops. But that's the only duplicate that's died. When he died, I built a whole bunch of graves, you know, because I was expecting more. But it's been pretty good. You're gonna put a Wheezewort next to the HVAC. That's the plan. It's they're busy doing other things right now though, because of the priorities I have stuff set on. Trying to add your automation by the base to put the extra power from the oxygen generation into the main power line. Can you show us how we did that, please? I forgot. Yep. So I tend to use the power transformers to do it myself. There's probably more than one way to tackle it, but okay. So I take a smart battery, and then I connect the power line up to the input side of a transformer, with the output going to the larger power grid. And then I use automation to say, If the battery's above a certain point, it feeds into a NOT gate, which reverses the signal and sends it to close it off. So in this instance, if it gets up to 100, it will open up the gate and let extra power out. If it gets down to 50, it will close the gate and stop the outflow of power to make sure it contains enough within the system to keep running. The trick with this, though, is that this draws... the transformer draw seems to be a power draw in the system. I don't know whether it's a bug or whether it's intended, but the transformer itself is a power draw in the system, so you need to use the 2 kilowatt wire through your power grid in here to keep it from overloading. But then you'll just get like whenever this has excess power, it'll share it. Whoa, what's going on here? Oh, not a gas. Oh, it finally tapped out its water supply. This one, however, is still running and has a decent amount in it by the looks of it. Oh man, this is full. Liquid reservoir, pipe blocks. What's the contents in here? 5 tons of polluted water inside this thing. All right, we're not that bad off for water at the moment. So do I think Fortnite is dead? No, not by any stretch of the imagination. It's got plenty going for it. I mean, they even did that really cool concert with Marshmello. I mean, I didn't watch it, and I don't really have any interest in Marshmello. However, and it's not even dying per se. The trouble is, it got so popular, it can't stay there forever, right? So it's gonna become less popular over time, but that doesn't mean it's dead. I mean, it's a free game that people still love to play. It maybe doesn't have as much popularity on YouTube as it used to have and on Twitch. So I can see that sort of paring back as people's interests change. You can only watch somebody win game after game after game for so long. Or in my case, loss after loss after loss. You can only do that for so long before it's just not that entertaining anymore. So no, I don't think it's dead or dying, but I do think the interest in it will wane over time as people look to other things to entertain them. On my channel, it's horrible. When I play it now, it gets like no volume, so I haven't really been playing it. But then again, that's never been like a that big of a thing on my channel. I mean, it did all right for a while, but okay, Nathan, you're welcome to never return to my channel. See you later. They're taking forever on this stuff. Watching Fox makes me want to play Oni. That's because it's a good game. You dropped your croissant. No, he dropped his croissant. Yeah, you guys did. I don't think you guys saw the messages by Nathan there, but because they got auto blocks. Let's just say they were colorful. Yeah. There's people that I warn, and then there's people that just get insta-banned. Did we ever check these lockers up here? A single page of a long printout remains legible. I scan it and add it to my database. New database entry covered. View entry. I started work at a new company called the Gravitas Facility today. I was nervous I wouldn't get a job at first because I was fresh out of school, and I was so pushy in the interview. But the director apparently liked my thesis on psychological thermal regulation of Arctic lizards. I'll be working with some brilliant geneticists, bioengineering organisms for space travel in harsh environments. It's like a dream come true. I get to work on exciting new research in a place where no one knows me. That's cool. I love the little tidbits of stuff they have in here. What's in this one? Single page printout, view entry. Oh, is it really going to be the same one for all the lockers? Come on. Don't do that to me. There's a 3-ring binder inside. I scanned the surviving documents. View entry. Why does it keep showing me the same thing? Oh, there is more here. No. It can't be. Bonnie Ansari is here working on space shuttle thrusters in the robotics lab. As soon as she saw me, she called me Bubbles and told everyone about the time I accidentally inhaled a bunch of fungal spores during lab, blew a big snot bubble up my nose, and then sneezed all over Professor Avery. Can't believe that story followed me here. Bonnie ruins everything. Everyone's calling me Bubbles instead of Doctor at work now. Some of them even don't even know it's a nickname. But I don't want to correct them and seem rude or anything. Ugh. Why couldn't that story have just stayed back at Atoma U? Cerberus with a $2 super chat. I still think no one can beat your quad rocket win. My quad rocket win. Oh, that one. That was fun. Inspect. One more locker. A few loose papers can be found inside. I scan them to blah, 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 blah. I spent the last few days buried in my work, and I'm actually feeling a lot better. We finally perfected a gene manipulation that controls heat sensitivity in rats. Our test subjects barely even shiver in sub-zero temperatures now. We'll probably do a test run tomorrow with robotics to see how the rats fare and the prototype shuttles we're developing. That's cool. I love the little bits of lore. They make me smile. Priority 6. What have I got them working on right now? Ooh, this is almost done up here. I need power, though. Let's use iron ore for the power. Skip the door. Skip the door, save the power. I kind of want to study this thing also. So maybe we'll throw some ladders across I can hop over. Get someone to analyze that. I need to know what the cycle is on this thing, when it's going to be dormant and what have you. Yes, CrypticFox, tell us which dupe in this colony is your favorite. We want to know. In this colony? Probably. I don't know if I have a favorite. The one whose name I like saying the most is Mighty McCheese. There's a reason why Body and Bubbles dupes have similar hairstyles. If I had to, like, in terms of like the type of duplicate that's my favorite, I would say probably Meep, because he's so derpy. He's not the best duplicate though, that's for sure. He's just the one I like. Somebody mop up the sludge in here. Oh! Oh, poor Nightbot. Look at all the natural gas down here. I just realized I didn't set up any kind of a pumping system to get the natural gas out. Okay, let's turn on the exosuits again. poor Nightbot. I'm scalding the heck out of him. Where did those natural gas get out here from? Oh, wait, it's probably coming up from down here. What am I thinking? This thing's going like gangbusters. What's that next to the natural gas geyser? Which one where? Are you talking about up here? Or are you talking about down there? There's no actual natural gas geyser down there. It's an oil well that's producing all the natural gas, but... Yeah, I disabled the suit check... Oh, did I? Did I? I probably did. Yes, I did. Enable. Thank you for reminding me. I should probably turn the one up here on, too, before somebody gets severely scalded. Sir Cryptic of the House Fox, I come offering my services as a bannerman. Reveal to me your secrets of immortality. Those are not given out lightly or freely. Choose a blueprint. Ooh, copper. I like copper. Never take me alive, see, copper. Time check. 12:04. Yeah, we're gonna wrap up about 12:15 tonight, because I started late. There's a little bit of natural gas down here. There's a really good concentration of it down here. I'm impressed. Need to tap into that somehow. Look, we have all kinds of water down here, too. We could drain that out in no time flat, though, if I actually pumped it somewhere else. Lots of coffee, yeah. Lots of coffee for sure. I do drink far too much coffee. During the daytime, I drink that more than anything else. Okay, as long as I have all that stuff running, you know what? I was gonna set this up for gold, and then kind of got busy doing other things. Let's have some duplicants do some gold production down here. As long as we have it available to use, we might as well use it. Jess Stewart with the $2 super chat. No one died? That's right, no one died. No one's died for a long time, actually. I think the duplicant that did die was around, like, cycle 30 or 40. So it's in cycle 30 or 40 up to, like, cycle 300 and something. We've had no deaths. That's not bad. All things considered. Oh, great. That thing replanted itself, I think. Oh, they haven't even dug it out yet. Because they must have fixed the door access. Ha. Let's copy the setting. Oh, not that. Copy settings there. Paste it up here. How are they doing with the water up here? Not good enough. Probably because the wire is normal priority. Okay, let's get the wire done here at high priority. If we get that plugged in, that'll feed a water supply in, and then we won't have the whole water issue anymore. Oh no, we're so starved for oxygen. Is this channel family friendly? Yeah, it's family friendly. Mirth Leaf. KCal's still dropping. Yeah, it is because you got banned from chat. Oh, hi, Jonathan. You're right. He's back. Well, Jonathan, it depends what your name was before. If you came back with a different name, there were some racial slurs and swearing and stuff that someone dropped that I recently banned. So if you were that person, just let me know. I'll be happy to take care of it. Why don't I use the volcano as a steam turbine? Because it's really not conveniently placed, and it takes a whole lot of work to set up the steam turbine to produce enough consistent heat and pressure to keep it running well. So with it being in the cold biome, if I crack open that volcano, it's going to get warm up there to a point where the sleet wheat that's growing in the biome is going to die off. So the sleet wheat that we have in here, I'm actually using as a food source. If I let it die off, that kind of presents problems. Ooh, this is almost done. Can dig this out now. If it wasn't like, I mean, later on, if I really wanted the steam, then yeah, the volcano works fairly well. It takes a lot of setup, and it's more than I want to deal with right now. Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no. Put a plug in that thing. I might not be able to reach it. No, we're gonna lose gas. Hurry up! Plug the hole. Come on, birthday Popo. Aw. Should probably have its styles around that natural gas geyser to protect the cold biome better. Yeah, might not be a bad idea. The natural gas is coming out of here at, well, unknown temperatures right now. It will be coming out at 150 degrees Celsius. Yes, I absolutely should insulate this. Cancel that. Okay. This isn't working. I got stuff already planned there. Let's get this going down here. We'll need a ladder, of course. Okay, I should switch this over to insulated too. If you build a vacuum installation around it, won't ruin the cold biome. Yeah, we could do that too. We'd have to set up a system to pump out all the air that's in the space around it. High priority it? Yeah. Well, I mean, we might not have to worry about the temperatures too bad here. It's keeping actually a vacuum right here because the way the gas is coming out. 269.4 grams per second. That's actually not that much. It's going to take a while for this to build up pressure for me. Yeah, how about you worry less about digging, more about plugging the holes? That'd be great. Alright. See you later, buddy. Settle this for a 7, I guess. They're almost finished with the power line up here to get the water, so that'd be good. You often put 2 layers of insulation around areas like that geyser. Yeah, I think a lot of it will depend on how much we're actually drawing the gas out of the space. If we tap it out quickly, then the insulation will be fine. If it gets to the point where we're not tapping out the gas and it's actually just sitting in there and building up pressure because the power generation keeps shutting off, then you're right, it might actually get really hot and then we'll have a lot of melting and stuff, so we might have to deal with that. Now with the Trump, try building crosswood tiles and deconstruct. Oh yeah, that would work too. They're so close. There's just like this little bit of wire. Now they're gonna go for a nap. Oh man. All right. Well, we got 1 canister filled. This is still not powered. That one little segment. Are you gotta be kidding me? It's. Oh, there. Now they got it. Okay, that's cycling that out. Natural gas is going in. It's like a hodgepodge of chemicals we have in there. I'm gonna mine it with more in here than I thought because they didn't plug the hole over here yet. Ah, mistakes were made. I like how Jonathan likes to think he was somehow pulling the wool over our eyes and surprising us. Oh boy, people are not very bright. I swear. I swear. Need a ladder to create the output pipes for that. Oh, that would be a problem. Oh yeah. Oh man, why did I do that? That wasn't very bright. They don't even need to be that high. I don't even know why I bothered. Called it. Yeah, Midnight Rose, you got it. Way slower than most, lol. You're not sure what's going on with that dude? Oh, he popped in earlier and dropped some swearing and racial comments and stuff, and I insta-banned him. So he came back under a different name and asked why he was banned. Pretended like he was somebody else. And then he did the same thing, but he doesn't realize that YouTube picks up on those comments and instantly blocks them. They never even make it to the chat. Like, the only people that can see them is me and the moderators. People are foolish. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Oh, we got water movement. Hooray! We've saved the colony. Not that it was really that in that dire strait, but man, it was really dry down here though. Look at this. At least we had a good water supply for this thing. How much do we still have out here? This holds a lot. Actually, more than I thought it did. There's still 5 tons of water in this thing. It's insane. Those are pretty good. Oh, they did show up for a second? Because usually YouTube blocks them. And then as soon as the person gets banned, it goes back and deletes everything they posted. Too much hate in this world. Isn't that the truth? Okay, good. So you got some of the insulation done. Of course, you're going in there to study, or to... Gotta build it from the inside. You know, where it's least comfortable. I love the way they chat while they work now. Joe has been banned from 10 channels. We're tempting the volcano too much, probably, Joe. Okay, this room is sealed off now. So it should be able to develop a vacuum. I'm going to set this so that nobody can go in there. We'll let that do its thing. Once they finish the piping over here, this will start to produce power, which will be good. Start to use less coal. Choose a blueprint. Ice. All right. We'll print that. It's going to insta-melt. No, maybe not. Soon it will melt. It'll make a big puddly mess everywhere. Oh, -10. Oh, sorry. I thought you were just, like, using a hyphen. Ice, ice, baby. It might actually cool things off a little bit in the middle there. Oh, actually, the temperature here is not bad. That leveled out really well. All things considered. Yeah, I assume that's what you meant when you clarified, Joe. Quick, move it to your water tank. So there's some water going to the garden now, so that's good. It can start growing again. This one's being fed water for oxygen. All right, so this whole one, my focus was trying to control the temperatures over here, and they actually have started to get better. Ooh, they're getting too cold. This door is currently 12 degrees. The temperatures have been improving. It has gotten a little better. This does clarify for me, though, that I definitely have room to make this loop bigger because it's cold. It's like really cold. What did I make this? Did I use insulated pipes for most of this? Yeah, I did use insulated pipe. Okay, so what I'm thinking is that I'm gonna make this bigger now. We're gonna assume that we can go back this way. Hold on. I need to splice in like some radiant gas pipes. So maybe I'll go radiant gas pipe here, here, here. And we'll connect up all this by this kind of piping. Okay, once they get all that built, then I'll splice it in. And we'll cool the whole area down, because the gas that's moving through this should be pretty cold, even though that's broken. Oh, -74 degrees. That's fairly chilly. -79 degrees. Yeah, that should be fine. Let's turn this off now. How about we disable that building? We really don't need -80 degree temperatures. And keep up the hard work, Fox, and beat 1 million in no time. Thanks, Wander Trico. My next goal I'm looking for is 100,000. Things have been a little slow the last 2 months or so, though, so we'll see how that goes. I'm still hoping I'll get there this year, but we'll see. Showers only have 1 water pipe, so I don't think the dupes get hot water. Well, in all fairness, they're washing themselves with the water that was previously used by the last duplicant, so I don't know. The water is like 40 degrees, though. So it's Celsius, so it can't be that cold. Do you design these things yourself? Yeah, usually the ones that don't work, Jess, are totally designed by me. Thanks for the super chat. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going on the fly here right now, actually. This is a fairly common thing, using a loop on the regulator, but I really wanted a bypass on it. Ooh. I turned it off, and I forgot I didn't have a bypass on it. Roll. Roll. There we go. Hopefully that will do the trick. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's pretty cold. Minus 80. It's a little bit chilly. They just can't touch the pipes. It's fine. As long as they don't touch the pipes, they're good. Look how cold this bathroom's getting. This one poor duplicate's... You know what? I have a little segment of pipe in here. I told them to put radiant piping in. Maybe I should change that. Which one is it? Radiant gas pipe. Let's not put any radiant pipe in the bathroom. It's too cold in there already. They got cold air coming in, and then if we put radiant piping in there that's also cold, it'll just be like frozen times for that duplicate. Freezing in a shower. The pipes are a little fraught. Yeah, they'd be so coated with ice right now. What happened? Super confused right now. I have a large amount of chlorine in my colony. Where did all that chlorine come from? Oh, it came in over here. Ah, I'm telling you, I spend almost all of my time in this game. By the time I get past a certain number of cycles, just solving problems that happen over and over again. Okay, so we built up a fair amount of chlorine gas over here. A lot of it probably, well, I don't know where it originated from, but nevertheless, I think a certain amount of it was coming in the door because the duplicants were going in and out of this door, probably trying to go over to here or something. I don't know. So they let a whole bunch of chlorine gas in the bottom of my colony over here. So now, even though we have decent air pressure, we got all this chlorine. Good work, my dupes. Fabulous job. Well, that's going to be a problem to solve next time. Good lord. I'm telling you, every time I solve one problem, I immediately have something else I have that's broken and needs fixing. I wonder what it's like when you're like the person who actually takes care of like a whole apartment building. We know with real people and real problems. This would just be like never ending. Nevertheless, I'm going to call it a wrap for tonight. Thanks everyone for coming to hang out tonight. Appreciate the super chats, and welcome to our new member as well. That was Maliber. Welcome to Maliber. Appreciate the support as always. If you don't currently subscribe to the channel, click on the subscribe button. Come back and check out some more streams and videos. I'm not sure what my stream schedule is going to be like this week, so I apologize. It's probably not going to be posted in advance. It's going to be much more like, hey everybody, I'm going live and this is what I'm doing. I might like put it on the channel scheduled like just a little bit before I go live, so I apologize for that. I am working on some other videos and stuff as well though, so go check those out. I've been playing some Subnautica, the Astroneer is actually just coming out today on the 6th actually. It'll be, the 1.0 version will be out. You'll be able to play that yourself as well if you like Astroneer. Playing some more of that and checking out a few other games as well. But thanks everyone for coming to hang out tonight. I'm, as always, CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.